Hello and welcome to the Woo Woo Gypsy podcast. I'm your host, Taylor. This week we are going to be covering a nonfiction book. The author is James R. Doty? I should have looked this up before I did this. My bad. James R. Doty, MD. The book is Mind Magic, the Neuroscience of Manifestation and How It Changes Everything. He has another book too called Into the Magic Shop, so they kind of go together, I guess. I didn't read the other one. But this is more a book of how to manifest, and the other one I think is his manifesting journey. Don't quote me. Could be wrong. Like I said, I haven't read the first one, but he mentions it a couple times in this one. And again, it's not one of those, you have to read that one before you read this one. Absolutely not. They're just kind of related. This one is a little bit of a long one, coming in at 261 pages. However, for that last little bit, he compiles a 6-week program for mastering manifestation. So it's pretty much 206 pages, but he has an extra little section that he gathered all of the exercises he talks about already in this book. So they're just repeated, but they're in a different order, basically. That being said, though, this book is a little bit of a read, just because the pages are big and there's obviously 206. So it's a little bit longer. It took me a little bit longer to read this one than my other ones. In this book, he hits pretty much all of the points that you want to know about when you're manifesting, like starting off manifesting, if you've manifested before and maybe want to hone in on your skills, or if you have manifested 1,000 different things and, you're just looking for something else to kind of fine-tune. In each chapter, he breaks down starting off with what you're already manifesting and how to build up on that, and the physiology behind manifesting, to figure out what you truly want when you're manifesting, finding your inner power, all the way up to releasing your expectations and kind of just opening yourself up to manifesting. I had to mention this very first line in the introduction because I knew immediately that I was going to love this book. He says, the very first line in the introduction, "The universe doesn't give a fuck about you." And that's gold, I feel like, because everybody's always so worried about everything and, worried about everyone and all these different expectations and all of this, you're just let it go. It's okay. So the fact that he started off the book right off the rip with that, I feel was golden. And keep in mind, if you're deciding whether you want to read this book or not, he is a neurosurgeon, a physician, and a neuroscientist, just to say the least. So he does use a lot of anatomy terminology in this. So that part was a little bit hard for my brain to grasp just because I'm not super familiar. I took, psychology, I think, in high school, but I've always been interested in it. So I love that he added that in here. And he does break up the chapters really good. The chapters are long. I personally prefer my chapters to be around 10 pages just because it feels like the book reads quicker that way, because I can be just one more chapter, it's only 10 pages. But with this one, I'm oh my gosh, this chapter is 30 pages or 20 pages, which I could be off. I didn't go through and count every single page in each chapter, but they were long. That being said, he did a great job breaking up the chapters, in itself. He would speak in, his scientifical terms and medical terminology. And then he would tell either a personal story or experience or somebody else's personal story or experience that like coincided with what he was talking about. And then there would be exercises for you to do within the chapters as well. So the way it was broken up was awesome. And although, as a personally short chapter girly, the chapters weren't that bad and definitely digestible with the way that he broke it apart. One of the things that I loved about this book was that it confirmed what I was already doing in the first place when I was trying to manifest, which is I would meditate, and I'd either do a guided meditation or just focusing on my breath meditation. Then I would visualize to manifest. I don't really know why I did it. I don't know if it was just like intuition. I was just like, I think this is the order you have to do it in. But he totally confirmed it for me, because in each exercise that he does for manifesting, you start off with your eyes closed, take deep breaths, and then you start relaxing different parts of your body. So it just shows that you can't really manifest if you're in a high, panicky, anxiety, kind of ridden shimmababob and you're going on inside your body, which is usually how I am. I'm a very anxious person. Doing these exercises, though, has really driven it home for me that it's okay to be relaxed, and it's honestly helped me a lot. As I'm reading through this book, I've been doing the magic too. So I don't know if it's partially because of that or what, but it's put me in a lot better of a mood between the two. And I've been doing yoga for like 18 days straight. I don't know if it's the mixture of all of them, but I've definitely noticed a difference in how I'm feeling just from doing some of the exercises. I haven't completed all of the exercises in this book yet because, like I said, I'm doing the magic right now, trying to finish that one up, which I think I'm going to do that all. I'm so sidetracking right now. I think I'm going to do that one next. I'll do like the conclusion of the magic, and then after that, I might do the conclusion of me doing all the exercises in this book to try to kind of separate the two and make sure that once the magic is done, I'll do these exercises just to see the difference and let you guys know. Anyway, but yeah, back to that. So yeah, he really reiterates that you have to have a calm body in order to manifest. And I mean, that's what you kind of want too, so that you can focus on what you want. And a lot of the exercises, you do need a pen and paper. So I would recommend getting a journal, getting a nice silky smooth pen, or marker or pencil or whatever your preference is, and have that beside you when you're going through this, which he does note that in the exercises too. If you need a pen and paper afterwards, he says to do that in the beginning instructions. The only thing that I didn't quite like with the exercises is for some of them, there's a lot of instructions and you're supposed to have your eyes closed. So it was hard for me to keep my eyes closed, kind of stay in the zone. I learned to adapt. There you go. Adapt and figure it out. But, yeah, it was just really difficult because you'd have to have your eyes closed and then, okay, you're taking your deep breaths. Okay, now you're relaxing from your toes to your head. So that all kind of coincided. That was okay. But then it was like, okay, now think about what brings you comfort and what makes you feel safe. And then other times you made other people feel safe, and all these questions to think about. And then there'd be multiple other things you had to remember to do while your eyes are closed, because you're still supposed to have your eyes closed. So what I've decided I think I'm going to do is either get a tape recorder, because I found a really cool tape player at a thrift store. So I think I'm going to buy some tapes for it and go old school, record myself on it and go through the exercises and record and, saying, okay, now take some deep breaths. and then pause and like wait for my, like, to take some deep breaths and then give myself the next instructions. I started doing it on my phone, but I don't know, I really want to go old school with it. I don't know. Anyway, but that was the only drawback. Once you memorized the exercises and kind of what the next step was in the exercise before you're supposed to open your eyes, I think it'll be good. But just right off the bat, trying to figure it out and remember, okay, what was the next thing I had to work through in this exercise? Okay, like, I got to do that now. But overall, I would definitely suggest this book if you want to manifest or if you want to fine-tune your manifesting. Yeah, so let me know what you think of it. And like I said, at the end of the book too, so I was kind of doing the exercises as I was going through the book, but then I kind of stopped because I wanted to do it's a 6-week program that he has at the end. That's what I was talking about at the beginning. And he has the exercises all in like a specific order of what to do first to last. So I'm going to just work through it that way. But obviously, 2 different options, whatever's easiest for you to work through the exercises as you're reading, or wait until the end, or kind of like skim through. That's what I did for the last few exercises because I just wanted to do the program. And that way I felt like I could give a little bit better, because like I said, I'm doing the magic. I shouldn't have overlapped the two, but I really wanted to kind of figure out, like, have my own journey for both of them. Anyways, okay. All right. I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you next week to talk to you about how the magic went for me. I'm super excited. It's been a great journey. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. Tiny little details. He goes through in each chapter. Oh my God, that scared me. So in each chapter, he breaks down a little piece of manifesting, starting off with like what you're already manifesting and then leading up all the way to